Hello, this is a straight simple guide on just how to get better at CPVP and get good tiers like low tier 3, high tier 3, and above. The reason why I'm making this video is because I've noticed vanilla is just getting bigger. Like in general, like I know Donut SMP is a crystal based server and it's at what, 40k players? So here's just some tips and tricks that you probably won't know actually. Like it's very unknown. Okay, for the first tip, we're going to actually spawn a bot. I know most people have been asking me whenever I use this on my stream, how do you get a bot? Like, what server? And it's actually just called Crystal Ranked. I'll put the description in. I'll put the server address in the description. But if you just do /bot, it spawns. You're kind of free dummy. Now, what most players do in the beginning is they place obsidian, hit, then crystal, right? Like this. While this is effective, it's way better to hit then place obsidian first. This is called a hit crystal. Let me show you for example. It's very, very better. It's more efficient, and overall. Alright, here's the tip 2. For our next tip, I'll be teaching you something called pearl flashing. Pearl flashing is basically when you're in a flat, let's say you're fighting them, and you ender pearl down to just keep knockback. It kind of refreshes your tech. This is an example on what pearl flashing is. Alright, this is an example of pearl flashing. But there is a difference in your armor enchantments for when you see PvP. Now, most users use double blast prot. I mean, even I use it. But when you're fighting your enemy, you have to, like, you should know what they're using by fighting them. And some players actually, like, know double blast prot. They just like regular. Here's the difference between double blast prot. When you are fighting, you stand still with double blast prot. And when you jump up in the air, you don't get knocked back, you just stay up vertically. Now, the difference between double blast prot and that is regular blast prot comes with knockback. This is good and bad, making it where you can get launched far away so you don't get chained, or so you can maintain in fights. It's all about preference. Also, when anchors, you also get knocked. For the third tip is safe anchoring. Now, regularly, whenever you go against your enemy, you just anchor by them, Well, to not take damage, you can place glowstone in the middle, and you won't take, like, almost any damage, being able to just spam this. This next tip might be more advanced, but basically when you've mastered anchoring, ticks kind of work very weird. When I mean tick, I mean how many times you can hit someone and they take knockback or damage. Basically, when you anchor 2 times, it probably will pop them once, as shown here. Or not even at all. See. Now, to make it where they pop 2 times for each anchor, it's best if you just hit them then anchor. I don't know why it works, but it's better when you hit them first, like this. As you see, they're popping 2 times from each anchor. Now for this trick, it wouldn't necessarily be in just crystal, but it's a good way to start your fights. For example, when you're on a flat with your teammate, like this, or with your enemy, and you want to kind of ender pearl on them and crystal them, well, when you ender pearl, it kind of just throws, like, it's very slow. It's very, like, they'll know and they'll crystal you. So what most pro players do is they'll put an obsidian here, and they'll cannon it with the crystal. This makes it go way farther. So here's a regular. Here is a pearl cannon. Here's it being used against someone. Now, for the final tip, I want to show you just a efficient way to anchor. Let's say when you have a ledge, but which means you're under them like this, and they're, you know, they're gonna block up or they're kind of ender pearl. What you do is, instead of just anchoring out here, you anchor right here above, like below the block or centered, so you take way less damage. Here's a normal anchor. See, you take lots of damage. And here's being next to the block like this. You only do like 2 hearts. So you can just spam it like this. I couldn't really find too many clips of me using these tips because I don't clip a lot. But I found a clip of me killing this random high tier 3 using Pearl Flash and Double Anchor. So let me show. And yeah, that's really all. I kind of just wanted to make this video just to point out like how there's crystal players joining in and people ask all these questions, and I haven't posted in a long time. So if you like the video or you learned something that you, I guess, never knew about CPVP, drop a like and sub. See you guys.